everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom, and today we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 6, Episode 1, Moonstruck. Now, this season is going to have 8 couples with 1 couple returning. And let me just say, the couple that's returned this season, I saw them briefly on the season they were on the first time. I didn't really watch it because of their drama. But guess what? From the upcoming scenes that we see with this couple in particular and the other couples, oh yeah, this season right here is going to be a good season. It's already started out like crazy. I've never seen a 90-day or any reality show that I happen to watch, which would be 90 Day, Family or Fiancé, Married at First Sight, things like that. Start off this crazy with a bombshell already to start the season, right? So, yes. All right. So if you haven't already joined the family, please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button on whatever device you're watching on, device, TV, if you're driving, hands-free, hopefully. But hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like. That helps out the video. Leave your comments, whether you're in the replay or here on the chat with me. Let me know what you thought about episode 1 and just the episodes in general of 90 Day Before the 90 Days. And really quick, so this evening is also 90 Day Love in Paradise. So watch out for the video. We don't go live. I mean, we'll go live only if they do a tell-all. But watch out for that video to drop tomorrow morning. So that video will be out as well. And if I have on the same shirt, hey, that's because I'm doing 2 things. I'm multitasking. So let's see who's in the building. Let me get my tickler down there. That Welcome to Millennial Mom channel down there. Let's see who's in the building with us today. Tamika. Hey, girl. Hey. Yes. Would you say you're already over them? I'm already over them. Already? Okay. Hey, Dolores. And you're both saying hello in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to drop the link in just a second to go from there. Oh, side note. I know it's basketball season, so, people are, watching basketball in between. I know the game was yesterday, and it's also hockey season still. But I have to say that our local team, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, are in the Stanley Cup Finals. It is bananas around here. I mean, the strip is lit up. You can't go anywhere without the little signs and stuff everywhere. You would think we won already. Hopefully we do, but side note. Anyways, so, all right, so let's jump into this video, the overview. So, like I said, it's going to be 8 couples this season with 1 returning, hopefully to find their forever. Returning is Geno and Jasmine, and that couple is toxic. Go ahead and roll the, who is it, Britney Spears? Hey, yeah. If I wouldn't get a copyright, I would play it because they are toxic, right? Her just, not just in the upcoming scenes hollering and carrying on, but just in what we saw while watching them on day 1. I'm like, is this a continuation of the nonsense? Because Geno should have enough sense to move on and move on out. Is there enough love in the world to be browbeated like that? Anyways, if he likes it, I love it. All right. And then it's also reported that there's going to be 1 or more couples that won't have a lot of substance in their storyline, which makes it going to be like other couples are going to take over. So we're starting with 8, right? 3 we'll see next week, but we're starting with 8, and we'll see how many continue on with 90 Day, because I could already see in my mind 1, 2, 3 that's not going to continue on. I think maybe we'll get down to like 5, so yes, whoop whoop. Okay. Tamika also say she seems unstable to me. Very unstable. Dolores, you say I really like the episode. Actually, it's my first time watching Before the 90 Days. Okay, I mean, I've watched it before with other seasons with different couples, but not with this Geno and Jasmine, I kind of like took a break with that, but I'm back now. So yeah, so on this episode, we have Geno and Jasmine. We see Amanda and Razvan. I already have a problem with Amanda. Already have a problem with her. Okay. Tyray and Carmela, I'm going to say, bless your heart. Tyray, bless your heart. That's the first thing I said when I saw him playing that ukulele in the park next to a tree, making up little songs as people were walking by. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. And then Riley and Violet, listen, there's something I can't put my finger on with Riley, and it's not in a good way. He's given me a lot of things that I'm not feeling part of his personality, in my opinion. Okay. And then we also have David and Sheila. Okay, so David is the first, I'm writing down what was written, will be the first 90-Day Fiancé franchisee, first deaf cast member, which is good for diversity. So, okay, David. Sometimes when I'm watching the show, even though I'm taking like notes here and there, sometimes you miss certain things. But when it came on like with David, and then also too with Love After Lockup, they had someone else who was also deaf or hearing impaired. You kind of have to watch to see what they're saying, right? So that makes me, hopefully, no shade, but when he's on, hopefully they come on first so we get them out the way to these other people who are, to me, are giving way more energy for now. Because honestly, David with Sheila, it reminds me, I can't think of a particular couple right now. Kind of like, I don't even want to say like the Big Ed and can't think of her name, but Rose. But just the location of where she is, Sheila, in Vietnam, it's giving maybe I need to get my hooks into whoever could get me over and make a better life with my son. It's almost the same line, except for David is not as sketchy as the other cast member. All right, so I'm gonna drop the link and then we will just talk about this together because listen, Geno and Jasmine, we're gonna start with them first. So their relationship is rockier than ever. Geno is into Jasmine, right? But Jasmine's into Geno and what Geno could get for her, spending his money, things like that. Now, when he was sitting in the beauty salon looking at hair extensions, I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe he's going to get him a custom toupee. Because I do remember seeing him on the episode on their show that I didn't watch, that they were on their season, that he used to wear hats all the time because he was embarrassed of his receding hairline, things like that. I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe he's getting custom toupee. But nope, he was in there getting hair extensions for Jasmine, and he just thought that okay with the price, because those ladies, and they were being helpful, right? But the one with the red hair that was helping him was kind of like, oh my gosh, her face was like, please get him out of here, right? And so he's like, when he learned the price was what, $350, he's like, maybe Jasmine will just take the sample product. Maybe let me take a picture and see what she says. Jasmine's message back to him was like, I don't do samples, get me everything, period. I was like, okay. And he did, right? I was cracking up because listen, $350, and the beauticians told him he's gonna need at minimum 5. Okay, that's how you sell product. You can need at minimum 5. Okay, and Geno in his mind was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wasn't it? Yeah, no. Maybe she'll take one. But that text message says she weren't taking more than one. I mean, she weren't taking no sample. You bring it all or you don't bring yourself, because Jasmine clearly runs the show and he likes it that way. Jasmine is also very inappropriate to me. Is Jasmine on the right show? Does she need to be like on OnlyFans? I don't know if she's on there or not, but maybe she needs to look into that. Because see, Jasmine said she was a teacher before, and previously Geno had showed pictures of her nude and got passed around a friend group, and some kind of way over in Panama, she lost her teaching job. I'm like, how did she lose her teaching job in Panama because of some nude pictures? I mean, what's that got to do with teaching? But hey, different places, different countries. have different rules for different things. So maybe so. That's just another reason why we wouldn't be together, just if I was Jasmine. But hey, I guess she looks at Geno as a cash cow, so she's going to get exactly what Geno's going to provide. I mean, he's not necessarily saying no and holding his ground. And so when we do see Jasmine, yeah, she's at the OBGYN just telling all her business. You know, she wants to get vaginal tightening so she could be like, in her words, a virgin again. And she just gives all the TMI to the doctor, you know, saying, you know, he doesn't ejaculate, and that she catches him masturbating. I'm trying to come up with the politically correct words here, and different little things, right? But when it comes to them being intimate, he doesn't seem to. And I'm like, what? Why is this necessary to tell the OBGYN? So inappropriate. Let me read some comments, and then I'm gonna drop this link, because this right here, this relationship right here is going to, I'm telling you right now, for the entire season, give me a headache. Okay? Just like, you know, it's gonna give me a headache, and we will probably talk about them last for the rest of the season, because this is just too much drama. Okay, let me go back to the comments, and I'm gonna drop the link. Okay. Tamika, you say that was hilarious. Hair is expensive. It is. Quality hair is expensive. Yes. Cynthia, hello, Cynthia. You say Geno gets no sympathy for me. He knows what Jasmine's like. Very true. Tamika co-signs that. Dolores, you say Jasmine's wild, but I like her. You know what, Dolores? You tend to like the ones who are more wild. You know, you like the Jasmines, and you like the Carlos and the Valentines. So that's cool, though. That's cool, Dolores. Tamika, you say his ex-girlfriend sent them around. Yeah, but what does that got to do with your teaching job, though? Like, what? I mean, who knows? I don't know. Cynthia says Jasmine is wild. She is wild, but is she wild in a good way, though? Or is she wild and like, oh my gosh, she's gonna give me a headache watching her? Because I mean, how can you watch her without shaking your head like, man, I cannot believe this lady is doing this, saying this, you know, and he's putting up with it, you know? So wild is a good word for her. Tamika, you say her doctor was looking like he wanted to risk it all for her. I don't know, because you know he was on camera. So maybe after the camera went off, maybe it was like, maybe I can help you out with that. But hey, with Jasmine, it seemed like everything's about the cost of the pretty penny, right? Because Jasmine clearly don't come cheap from the type of cosmetic surgery she may or may not allegedly has or hasn't, you know. But yeah, she's trying her best to get her point out there, but making it seem like that's not how it is, and that's not how she really is. But really, Jasmine, that's how it is. Let me drop the link, because you know what? That Jasmine, woo, boy, I mean, yeah, wild. That's a nice word, wild. That's a nice word. I personally can't say that I like that type of personality, because I look at like, if you know she's a gold digger, alleged, in my opinion, why keep putting up with this, right? And then he hasn't even told her yet, which we will see in the upcoming scenes. Yes, he has. He told her that the visa wasn't ready yet, but she's like, oh, okay, so the visa's not ready, then I want to live for at least 30 days in a $3,000 a month apartment. At first, Geno was like, no. But what happened? In the next scene, we see her, she's walking to the apartment, right? To lunch or whatever with her ex-boyfriend. I'm like, man, she got things going on just everywhere, right? And yeah, she's saying, oh, guess what? I live here now. He's like, oh, you know, and the word was like, oh, or was it like, damn, you know, that's what I kind of got from it. But anyways, yeah, hey Sharon. But you know, he tried to give her a little bit of advice when she gave her TMI. I think that's part of her problem. She's TMI. She, you know, if she's not an OnlyFans, that's her avenue. You know what I'm saying? That's her avenue. Maybe she needs to get on a website for specifically women who want to be pampered like that, because there's a group for that. You know, there just is, and that's Jasmine. But you know what it is? It's her attitude. That's what That's clearly why she's not in a long-term relationship. Because why get all that alleged surgery, which you admit to or not, if you're not gonna why waste it on Geno? I'm just saying. All right. Are you ready backstage? Okay. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Right? Why waste all that on Geno? For what?
Right, because he ain't finishing the job. So
Okay.
yeah, no.
So Dolores and Cynthia said Cynthia's wild, but they like Jasmine. But you know what? Like I was saying to Dolores, I was like, but you also like Carlos and Valentine, so that's saying a lot, Dolores. That's saying a lot. So, anywho, what do you think? I read your comments about those extensions. He just thought he was going to buy one pack. You can't do nothing with one pack. I don't care if it's a ponytail. You can't do nothing with one pack of hair.
No.
Not even for a little a toddler. You need more than one pack.
You do need more than one pack. Yes, you need at least two. And listen, he was at the wrong beauty supply. He should have went to Lee's beauty supply over in the hood. Because see, if he was out here, because I'm 10 minutes away from Canton.
Okay.
So I'm by everybody.
I know.
I could have took him to the beauty supply in the hood and got him some Onyx, and he could have paid $200 per pack, and he would have been good to go.
But it depends on where you go. You're right. Depends on where you go. Depends on how much you pay. I mean, everybody knows. Well, clearly he don't. If you get hair, wigs, or whatever, you know where to go to get. Because you shopped around. You know which hair you like from who. This and that. But that's his fault. But that text message sent me. She's like, I don't want no sample. Get all my stuff, period.
End of story.
Period. That's it. I said, oh my goodness.
And guess what he did? He bought that hair.
Because he knows better. He knows better.
He bought that hair.
He bought that hair. But here's the thing. I like I said, I saw them just a little bit on their season when they were on the first time. I didn't watch that whole entire season. But if I had known they were about all this drama, I probably would have. But I'm sure they brought the drama from there back over. So I'm sure whatever they're about to do, they're just going to pick right back up.
It's going to escalate.
Yeah, because clearly it's about the K1 thing with her too. So Nelson, did you watch their first season they were on?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so is that her main thing to come to America?
Mm-hmm.
To do what? Is she want to be a model or something, or what? What's she want to do?
Either she wanted, because she has kids too.
I know she has 2 boys. Yeah.
Yeah. She wanted, I don't know if she was coming over here to teach. I don't think she can teach over here. But I don't know what exactly she was coming over here for. But I knew, she wanted to be in America, definitely. And when she got here and got her stuff, we already know. She's going to do what's her name? Larissa and Colt.
Oh, yeah. She out of here.
Oh, yeah. She out. She listen. And in Michigan, honey, yeah, she gonna or Natalie and move to Florida.
Oh yeah, she out of here. Dolores says my husband liked me better when I was a little out there, not when I was quiet. Just saying. Okay, Dolores. Okay, we gonna leave it at that.
Right.
So back to Jasmine. So wasn't that just a little bit too much TMI to the OBGYN doctor? I mean, just to say what you want to do to help him get it up and this and that. I was like, why?
And he was engaging with her because he's like, well, have you did anything? And I'm just like, wait, I'm at work. Like, what? But I'm telling you, he was like, listen, baby girl, we can go back behind this curtain like we was and in the shower. And you hear her say, I showered just for this. So you don't shower? Did you catch that?
I did, because she was like, is there a smell down there? I'm like, okay, you're supposed to wash up, especially when you go to the doctor, especially that type of doctor.
Right. Like, all right, Jazz. Okay.
Maybe Jasmine is more natural.
No.
Living in Panama is tropical. Maybe she's more natural. Maybe she just uses more natural. I don't know. Dolores, what you think? What you think, Dolores?
Don't come to Ken with that natural smell.
Cynthia says, I don't get bored watching Geno and Jasmine. I don't think it's going to be boring, but I know
it's not going to be boring, but
it's going to see. That's too much for me at once. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what? It's too much mess. So next time they're on, we'll do them last, but we're just starting because they're returning because it's a lot.
Yeah. She's going to have outbursts every episode. I guarantee it. Yeah, she had an outburst almost every episode that she was on last season that she was on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever her ex-boyfriend is that she moved in his building for 30 days, do you think it's going to be longer than 30 days? Because I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he gave her some good advice, like have more self-worth, more value about yourself, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty good. But at the same time, I was thinking in my mind, it was like like Married at First Sight, Clinton Jenner's like, damn, she in my building. You know what I'm saying? He know what he got to
She did that on purpose.
Probably so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you heard her, she said, I knew exactly where I wanted to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So to make Geno jealous, because he did ask, would this make Geno jealous or upset that he's in the same building? And so, yeah, I guess.
And in a future episode, she said, I'm going to go back to my ex-boyfriend because...
Yeah, he knows how to get it on.
Yeah. He makes cookies really good.
You know what? She yeah. She
Hot Mess Express.
She might be an addict. She might be a sex addict.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she's acting, like, that she always has to have sex,
right.
sex that drives her. So she might be an addict with that. All right, so let's move on to Amanda and Razvan. So Amanda lost her husband to cancer. That got me because I'm right up my battle, whatever. But yes, he wants her to move on. The husband wants her to move on, but 4 months ago, that seemed like a little fast.
Just a little, yeah.
I was like, Now she didn't have children. I'd be like, okay, it's just her, so maybe she, me vulnerable. It's still fast, but she's got 2 little kids who asked about their dad every scene we saw them in. That's an issue personally to me, because I'm like, you want them to have a father figure, but jumping into, you've been with your husband that's deceased for 8 years. He's only been gone for 4 months, and now you jumping across the sea to fill a void, just like her sister said later in the episode. I think she's trying to fill a void. I think so too.
Yeah,
I don't think it's love. I think it's lust, and just like, oh, someone's attracted to me now that I'm no longer married. So she's trying to feel like herself again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I like that. I think that she's doing the wrong thing. And especially too, when those little kids are talking about daddy this, daddy that, and his ashes and his pictures they sleep with in their car. I'm like, how do you explain that to your children that's so young, that's still doesn't know that daddy, they probably hasn't processed that daddy's really gone and not coming back. She said her oldest knows that he's in heaven, he's not coming back. But still, they can't be older than what? 4 and
6. Yeah.
So, I don't care what she thinks her online chemistry is. She met him off TikTok. He's a TikTok stripper. And she thinks this is the one. Like, how? What do you think about her? I think she's in it going to be heartbroken. Now, you would hope their story works out, but I don't know.
Unpopular opinion. I hope their story don't work out.
That's why I said I don't know if the story works out.
Yeah, I hope it does not work out. That's for the sake of her children and for the sake of her mental. Because she's not fully grieved. I know everybody has a different grieving process, but
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months.
No.
And then, with his ashes there. So if this man comes over here, is his ashes still going to be, in the forefront? Or are you going to put them up? Or, what are you going to do? And it just confuses the kids. That's the thing is the kids.
Yeah. The Jasmine Show. Hello, by the way.
Hey, Jasmine.
Amanda needs a therapist, not that man. They need family grief therapy. Definitely
Absolutely.
on the head right there. Like I said, 8 years, 4 months. I don't care if you know them a year. You're still with them. You know what I'm saying? You have young children. And of course, she's not going to put the box up because that's going to be traumatizing to those kids because this is daddy.
Right.
You know, daddy is with us. Daddy's in the car. Daddy's in the bed. Daddy got his own blanket. I was like, man, and you just going to go to Romania because someone smiled and text you back off of social media, TikTok? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the man is attractive. He's a model. And I'm like, is this like the Romanian, not comparing the two, but like, what was his name? Rishi vibes? Is that what this is? So,
could be. And I don't know much about, because Romania is a newer country. So I don't know much about their culture. Is the family going to accept her? I guess I need to start researching.
Let us know next time around.
I will.
Sharon says she's moving too fast. Take time to grieve. Yes. And Dolores, she say, I think 4 months too soon. She's still grieving. Yeah, she's still grieving. Then them kids definitely is always. I mean, those kids are so young. Even if they were teenagers, she still is moving too fast. But younger just makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just put daddies on the shelf. You just can't do that. So yes, Jasmine Show, Rishi vibes. Yeah, because the model. He's not. She's not the only one that reached out on TikTok. She's not. Because the man is attractive. He's a TikTok stripper. I never even heard of a TikTok stripper till last night. Just saying. But I think she's gonna get her heart broken. I do. Like you, Tamika, I really don't want that relationship to work out because she's not ready. I know we don't know her, but we'll see. She's not ready. So, all right. So next up, now, like I said, bless his heart when I saw him. I was like, I got to go to the dollar store or something to find a little ukulele. I did. I was like, I don't have enough time to go today because I work today too. I was like, dang, I don't have enough time to go to the dollar store for ukulele or something. I was like, first of all, Tyray, I was like, he looked like a teddy bear. So, okay, everyone needs love. But who stands at 30 plus in a park next to a tree going, ding, ding, ding. Oh, she got red hair and a red shirt with black letters. That's you, Tamika. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, they got a dog walking by. You got a red shirt, black. Oh, she got a dog on a leash with a blue sweater. I said, huh?
Yeah, I would be running. Like, you creep. Yeah.
I laughed so hard. I said, this right here, whoever, before we even knew what we knew, I said, whoever he's with, this is going to be a mess right here, just because of that.
Yes. Yes.
So,
and why production tell him to tell us that he a virgin? I'm like, production, why you do that?
Jasmine, you jumped the gun. You said we've been waiting for the 90-day catfish mashup. Yeah. But one thing I will say about Tyray that he's helping his mom with the
that's a good thing.
That's a good kid because he said he's got 2 other brothers or 3 other sisters, something like that. It's like 5 or 6, and he seems to be like the only one that's helping their mama. Which
and he quit his job.
Yeah. Okay. Siblings, get it together. That is not cool. But that's
right.
Just me.
Exactly.
Anyway, so he said, now, like I said, before we even knew what we knew, when he said, oh, yeah, I mean, he seems like he's a nice guy. Just because you got weight on your body, that don't mean you can't date. He himself just doesn't have high self-esteem. That's him. That don't have nothing to do with his size because you can be small, heavy, whatever, right? So when he said that he never video chatted after 4 years, I said, So this right, sofa just like this, and I was looking at the TV. I was like, okay, this is exactly what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I'm like, okay, so you in the park with a ukulele, and you ain't never seen nobody after 4 years. I said, oh no, this is a problem, right? The twist, though, production had to tell him that, we was doing our research. I'm thinking, you just now did your research, or you was waiting for the show to come on for the research? Because how do you make the show? You knew he was going over there. The ticket had to be bought. The hotel room. Why do this to this man now? this right here says production ratings. Boom.
Yes, of course.
Right? Because how would you know after the fact? That don't even make sense, right?
Not at all.
Let me read 2 comments and I'll get back to it. Dolores, you say Tyray, what's his name? Tyray. Okay. Is there your red flag when you never video chat within 4 years? He needs to take care of himself. Yeah, but some people, it just depends on your esteem. He may have thought that was like normal. Like I asked her once, but she was like, no, so I never asked again. Okay. So Cynthia says, I feel sad for Tyray. He's lonely. Yeah, he's lonely. Someone needs to call me. You know what? We did a Jasmine show. We did a round robin of mute your mic. You about to mute your mic.
No, seriously, Neve and Cammy. We need them both.
No, definitely. No, I'm just teasing, but I'm just saying. They waited until the show started. They could have told them this beforehand and saved the embarrassment.
Yeah.
So turned out, I mean, the picture was nice because I rewinded it to see, like, I think in the picture with the bikini, I'm like, okay, I can kind of see it now that I'm looking for something, right? Because at first I wasn't looking for nothing. I mean, why, right? And so our first catfish on the 90-Day Fiancé, the very first one. Now, years ago, we thought it was David and Lana. Y'all remember David and Lana?
Yes.
See, I'm old school with this.
Crazy David.
But Lana was real. She was born in a place that David thought, and I wouldn't have been there either because guess what? He was stalking you. But anyways.
Right.
A catfish. And then the production was like, so what is it that you want to do? He had to think about it. I said, what? Excuse me? Think about it. Like he was really conflicted. And then when we see him in the coming up scenes, he's on his way to Barbados, sit in the restaurant and figure out what is really going on. What you mean? Tyray, I need you to go back to the park and sing your ukulele tunes. Because this is
exactly. He could have got Dr. Phil's team on it. Dr. Phil always got a team somewhere.
Okay.
Always.
Right. I mean, what is it that he needs to know? What?
That's a dude in Nigeria. In a basement.
I didn't even think about the Nigerian part of it.
It's a dude in Nigeria in a call center in a basement.
Oh my goodness. The Jasmine show says David and his toupee, Lana was duck here. Yes, that was it too. And I remember Millennial and I used to do the reviews on that. And David, he's from here. I'm like, oh my God, riding around in an RV and the cats on the other side of town. I was like, David, get out of here. But anyway, yeah. So you said you think is his whoever Carmela is one of those scammers out of the allegedly.
It always is. Yeah, it always is.
Do you think that we're going to see whoever show up?
I don't know who about to show up. Somebody. It could be her, and because they probably found her, and she's gonna be like, "Yeah, I never talked to you."
Okay, right. Using someone else's pictures. That's right. Dolores says, I don't understand why Tyray went to Barbados to meet the person who catfished him. I don't either. Free trip. Yeah. They was like, we'll give you like $500 more, so you can put it towards your mother's care or something like that. Because why? Unless he's really that desperate into thinking that maybe production is telling him a mistruth. So,
right. And he can keep it going to get the money to help pay for his mom too.
Yeah, but
because you get however much per episode. So
yeah, but what if the person never comes out and you just how long do you stay? Well, I mean, what is it that you want? Then again, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Riley and Violet. Now, listen, Riley, before he said he had trust issues, I was like, there's something about you I don't care for.
Does Riley know Tyrese from Love After Lockup with the blue suit?
Girl, no. With the blue suit.
Remember the blue zoot suit?
He loved that suit.
And he met met that one chick, then he gave her some money and she ghosted him after that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what he gave you? No, he didn't give me Tyray with the blue suit. No.
That's what he kind of them vibes.
Riley gives me, I didn't get that. Riley gave me a little bit of Caesar action.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
That like a particular group of women only, because Riley said he likes women. He was particularly went on a Vietnam online dating app, and then the ex-girlfriend who they blurred out her face, she looked like she was of Asian descent as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he tends to is giving he likes a particular group of women. Okay, and so that's what I'm saying. Like it was giving me Caesar-esque, as if he doesn't really know what's going on, but you kind of do. But Riley said Violet is maybe the one. She's got 2 daughters. He's willing to spoil the daughters within reason. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. But he goes back to say that he was engaged before, had a girlfriend, but he came home one night and there was someone in the closet. It was somebody either he knew from work or a homeboy, somebody. So that didn't work out. But then almost in the same breath, he said that he was with someone, another girlfriend, that I don't know, the same person. Maybe he proposed to her and then she moved her stuff out and he never heard from her again. Was this the same person or what?
I think it was a different person.
I was
Poor
like,
little tink.
that's like, Caesar? Is that your brother? You know, just like, what is going on? So, but he seems like he's got a good job. He seemed like was he private investigator or investigator?
Yeah, he was in the military and then he worked for the government or the state or something.
Oh wait, Jasmine shows that Riley is Caesar, your heart. I mean, Caesar only wanted a woman from Ukraine.
Vietnam. Ukraine.
And so he wanted, but anyways, he's got a good job. He went on to say that he wasn't popular in school. He also, Caesar gave me the metrosexual thing. Riley does too, but I don't know if I care for Riley's attitude. His energy is off to me, and I don't like it. I don't.
Yes.
Dolores says Riley seems creepy to me. Okay. And then Jasmine shows that Riley's insecure and clinging, so he's running off women. That's what I got. Yeah, it's something that he's giving that, regardless if the story works out or not, it's just him, his personality that is not right.
Like Peter Price. And no, dude, you're not.
Right. So one of the things, so when they're doing a video call, he says that he doesn't use the word I love you because when you use the word I love you, it doesn't work out. Bad things happen. So he gives the bird. I'm like,
that is so crazy.
And she gives it back. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
If you're not in a place to tell me that you love me, you're not going to give me the bird and expect me to know what it is that you mean.
Right.
And it's not what you mean in a good way. Like, oh, girl, no, that's cool. What, no. That right there is also a red flag for Riley to me. Like, what is that about? I don't care what kind of trust. Like, but he says that Violet's got a spicy attitude like him, and he, she knows, she understands him. She understands you because she's trying to better herself too. I don't care what you say. She's trying to better herself to bring her family over, right? But when we see him, and so clearly the show was taped a year ago because we see his friends at the Juneteenth festival. So that was last year because it's about to be Juneteenth again in next week or two.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
The friends weren't having it, especially the lady. She was like, She's like, what you doing? She's like, what you doing? Where you going? You
right.
You doing? That's the kind of friends that you need. And full disclosure, I was shocked that his friends were Black because he doesn't give that to me. He just doesn't. Sorry.
Yeah. With the Elton John collection that was separated. He already showing separation. He got the Elton John collection separated from the jazz and, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He does. He gives me that, some growing up may have been Black, kind of like an heiress in a way, Married at First Sight. Like he's several heirs was, what I'm saying? Like he just, is distancing himself away because he is looking for love in a particular group. So that's just what he gave me. So
he got I got one black friend vibe.
Yeah, that's himself.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Hey, Phil, Foster Dog Mom. Did I miss talking about the son? I want to dive Tyray. Yes, we did. I'll just jump on it really quick. I said that Tyray, when we see him with his ukulele in front of that one tree, making that, like I said, hey girl with the red hair, with the red shirt and the black letters. Ding, 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 ding. And that it's the first catfish, and he already going to Barbados to find out. We're trying to figure out why he wants to go and still continue on with that journey, but we're saying maybe he's doing it to help his mom out. Maybe it's for a financial reason. So if you have anything else you want to add to that in the chat, I'll be happy to read that for you. So your comments, Failed Foster Dog Mom. All right. So anything else about what's his name? Riley and Violet?
Other than the fact that he's gonna blow up on her a couple times.
Yes, we'll talk about the end of the episode.
Yeah.
All right. So next up is David and Sheila. So David, like I said, I wrote from what they had on their promo. David will be the first 90-Day Fiancé franchisee's first deaf cast member, which is good for diversity. Says after talking through text for 2 years, David was ready to travel to the Philippines to meet Sheila. The couple have roadblocks, excuse me, and may hurt the progress, but David is in love with Sheila. So David was born into a hearing family. He's the only one that is deaf or hard of hearing. He said that his family sent him away to a deaf school to learn ASL or American Sign Language and to be around kids of the same likeness. So he said he didn't learn how to read lips. Now, there was a show, side note, on Netflix a while ago called Deaf U, like Deaf University. I don't know if anyone watched it, but they had a lot of drama. It was like their own little real university. They had a lot of drama, a lot of people sleeping around, just all in the deaf community. Did you know what I'm talking about? Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was a good show, actually. Of course, Millennial got me onto that. David, he says he feels sounds. He has to be on his toes. David's very independent, and I hope that even though David wants to be in love, it's giving scam. It's giving I need a green card. It's just giving, gosh, I'm trying to think how I can say it different. With Sheila being in the part of the world that she's in.
Exactly.
She doesn't have a lot, and it's shown like Rose when she was on the show. It's giving what it gives in that part of the world. And David said that Sheila has experienced a fire, COVID, and a typhoon and all in 1 year. I said in the same house. If a typhoon came through, you wouldn't have the house because it's water.
Right. It dries up everything.
Right. So he's determined to be with her. He said previously he was in a relationship before for about 4 years. They would still be together, but she cheated. I'm like, poor David. He seemed like he's a good guy. He works 2 jobs. He got his stuff together. We'll have to see. Sheila's background is David said Sheila didn't say it. David said she lost her hearing when she was 6 and she wears hearing. Sheila didn't say she was hard of hearing. Did she say that in her clip?
No.
So I think maybe she's saying this to David. We'll have to see when she's there because I'm sorry, it's just giving scam. It just is. He said he sent over $3,000 to her over time. I don't think that's a lot. No. People sent more. I don't think that part of the world, I mean, you saw her where she's living, so clearly she must have needed it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Anyways, what do you get from David for right now?
So when that segment was on, I was away from my phone and I have my earbuds in and I'm like, what in the world is going on? I know I'm here. I had to go back. I'm like, oh, dang it. I got to pause this because now I got to read it. I got to go back and read everything. But yeah, he gives me like, he just wants to be with somebody. Yeah. And that's it. He just wants to be with somebody and she wants a green card.
That's it. Jasmine Show, you're correct. I stand corrected. Another person from here. I think that's why we started doing it because we're like, what's all these people from Vegas doing on it? Yolanda Robinson was the first catfish. That's right. Yolanda. You remember Yolanda, the older black?
Yes.
Was the first catfish. She was. But at least Robinson was at least male. Right? He just wasn't her man. He was in the call center, like Tamika said. That's all.
Yeah.
The Jasmine show also says, I love David. He seems really sweet and kind.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone's saying he seems nice. Yes. And then Jasmine, you say love Deaf You based on, okay, you did see Deaf You. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna find it. You said it's on Netflix?
It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is. It probably is at least 5-6 years old or so, but it was a good show. There were college kids, deaf, and they had their own little drama going on. It was like real life, real reality show. Okay. Phil Foster Dog Mom says, I hope David doesn't turn out like Mike and Jimena. Mike seems too nice at first, then the creep came out. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. What do you have a comment about Mike, Tamika, Mike and Jimena? Does David give you Mike vibes?
Not really. Hopefully you don't turn into crazy, but you never know.
True, you don't. You never
know.
All right, so I do have some pictures, so let me put them up. I should have went ahead. So here, if y'all don't know who is who, so this is Geno and Jasmine. Geno's 53, Jasmine 35. Is she really 35, y'all?
35 in her head.
35.
She at least 46 on paper.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. 35 plus 10 at least. All right, and then we have Amanda 31 and Razvan 26. All right, and then from Romania, and then David 42, Sheila 31.
Nah.
From the Philippines.
She look like she's been through it. She got at least 5 more years.
And then we have Riley 48 and Violet 43 from Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tyray 33 and Carmela 27. I mean, if Carmela's a giver, that's a nice picture. Unless I'm telling you, maybe people hijack pictures, so probably a hijacked picture. You never know. All right. So next week's episode, I only downloaded one because the pictures weren't up when I was doing it, but they came out on the preview. So next week in the upcoming episodes, the partners we saw are going to be already in their countries of choice with their partners. We have Misha and Nicola, 43 and 46 from Israel. Okay, so Misha has had a spiritual awakening. She said she met Nicola from Israel 7 years ago. Nicola is reportedly a virgin who's never been in a serious relationship and lives with his mother. And Nicola's mother isn't aware of Misha or her religion.
And we have another Jen and Rishi.
Yes.
Because the mama don't she's not a virgin. She's been divorced, and that's a problem.
Yep. And Misha's pictures that is online, she may have been on OnlyFans herself. Because she's got pictures of her in like the little Britney Spears skirts with it hiked up and just different little poses. So, yes. Now, the 2 pictures that didn't have the people with them when I did the profile, I'll have them next week. We have Christian and Cleo. They're reported as the odd couple of the season. Christian's the party boy from Minnesota. Cleo is an autistic and neurodivergent trans woman. They started as friends on social media. And Christian's only dated cis women and is unsure if they're able to maintain feelings once they're together. I was like, this 90 days before the 90 days is coming out.
It's coming through. It's coming through with the come through.
Yes.
Because when I saw her, I was like, oh, that's a whole, that's, okay.
Well, excuse me.
Like, okay.
Like I said, I didn't have the picture in time, but yeah.
And she's like, there's too many people here. I can't sit next to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that means Christian needs to figure out what, when, where, and how he's going to do things going forward, because Cleo is clearly living the life that she would like to live.
That's right.
So, all right. And then we have Statler and Dempsey. Statler, and the pictures of these two ladies, they're attractive ladies. I think so. Statler's got over the heels for her English girlfriend, Dempsey. Statler says she only dates women with English accents because she thinks it's sexy. And I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Is there more that you want out of life than just someone with a particular accent or place of the world that it comes from? But okay. Dempsey's eager to meet her in person after 7 months. The relationship already hit a speed bump because Statler wants to move permanently to England. But clearly, Dempsey
don't know.
But Dempsey, that's not far-fetched, though. You know what I'm saying? From England to here, that's not,
yeah.
Vietnam, Romania, Israel, where the other people are from. I don't think that's not that bad, but I don't know. I think, why don't these people talk about this stuff before they come on the show?
Listen, I get turned on by men that's a country slang. Like Plies, I love the way Plies. But I'm not about to go to Louisiana and date the dude.
Right, but if someone else who didn't have a country accent came your way, that's not a deal breaker, is it? Like, oh, I can't date you because you know what I'm saying?
No.
That's my point, Also next week, like I said, we're gonna see or coming up the next episodes, Tyray sitting in that restaurant looking for Marcella. Geno and Jasmine just running the whole show. Just running the whole show. How many times can you be hollered, screamed at? You don't do this. I don't get to my maximum when we're together. If you can, what's the girl's name again? Let me look it up. What was her name? I forgot already. The one that's
which one?
Amanda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's already hopped into bed with old boy. They look like they're about to start whatever, I guess, to fill the spark to see if they can continue. I'm like, she's not missing no beats at all. So Riley and Violet. I wonder what Riley found out about Violet, because he did say that he's asked her a few times if she was divorced. She said no. Well, apparently something's going to happen. Maybe she's still on a dating site, because she asked him to get off a dating site, and he went back on and found her on. He's off, but it's like, so why are you still on? So maybe she got her hook in the water for whoever's going to get her over here. So I guess he's going to find that out, and his attitude is going to come out too. And it doesn't look like his attitude is very pleasant.
No, not at all.
It looked like he got a short fuse.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that was it. Geno Jasmine, Amanda Rasvin, Tyray, Carmela, Riley and Violet, David and Sheila. And David is also going to get it on too. I'm like, he's not wasting no time.
Not at all. Listen, just because I can't hear you don't mean that the other stuff don't work.
Okay. He's been waiting. Listen. So, woo, this season is going to be good. Yeah,
we got some seasoning on this season.
I like that. We got some seasoning on this season. So who are you looking for the most, or just everybody?
I'm looking, as much as I'm over them, I'm still looking forward to Geno and Geno and Jasmine. And then I'm looking forward to Riley.
Riley and Violet?
Riley and Violet, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. Okay. And then who is it? Cleo. That's gonna be interesting. The
whole thing is gonna be interesting. As much as I'm saying about Geno and Jasmine, I just want to know, like, why is he continuing? Why? How much is he gonna scream? I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you can't blank right. I'm going to my ex-boyfriend. Yeah.
Like, every episode, Jasmine.
Every episode.
So yeah, Cynthia, this season will be worth talking about for sure. All right, so that was in the episode. Like I said, we will be live on Mondays to talk about this. Also, the video for Love in Paradise will drop tomorrow morning. We'll have it. I'm gonna make an actual video and drop it. So tonight we're gonna see. It's called "Mama Said Knock You Out." So we got Nicole talking about excuse me, you're a bad one. We're gonna see April and Valentine. She's out with his cleaning and cooking with his mom and his family. And she got gloves on. Valentine and Carlos, he's calling his mother, talk about the wedding's off. And Juan and Jessica's friend, talking to Juan outside, talking about, you better not cheat on my friend again.
Right.
So that was like the last episode. So anyways, one last comment, then we're gonna head out of here, you guys. Dolores said this season definitely will be good. Riley and Violet, Geno, Jasmine, Tyray. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. They didn't miss out on this season. We deserve this. We deserve it. So especially after one we just watched. So all right, everyone.
So can I tell you something real quick?
Of course.
So and this is off topic, but now that the Vegas Knights is in the Stanley Cup playoffs, enjoy everything. When Detroit Red Wings was in it, when I tell you, it was a whole vibe everywhere. Every corner was selling T-shirts, and everybody was all happy. When we won, we had the parade. It was so much fun. Enjoy it. Oh my God, you gonna have a blast.
Yeah, I mean, there's food trucks everywhere, banners everywhere. The strip was lit up. So it's game 2 coming on in a few minutes. I got TV on right behind me.
Yep.
So
I'm about to watch it too.
Okay, it's a vibe here. It just a vibe. It's a vibe here anyways because it's Vegas, but it's a vibe, So what's the last comment? Thank you for the super sticker, failed foster dog mom. I appreciate it. But like I said, I'm still gonna have that video. I'm gonna tape it after the game goes off, and it'll be ready for y'all tomorrow. And we'll see you again on Thursday if you could join us for whatever episode it is for Married at First Sight.
Episode 48.
Right. So, all right, everyone. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.
Good night.